Welcome to a demonstration of Video BenchLab, an open platform for the realistic benchmarking of streaming media workloads. If at any time you want access to the software or our paper, please visit benchlab.cs.umass.edu. For this demonstration, we'll run a quick experiment, and these are the components we'll use. First, we have the dashboard, which is going to control the experiment and also serve as a repository for experiment results and trace files. Here we have the BenchLab Client Runtime, or BCR. For this experiment, we'll be running two, one controlling Firefox and the other Chrome. For a server backend, we'll be using MediaDrop, which is a YouTube-like video streaming service. Each component will be running in its own VirtualBox virtual machine and communicating across a VirtualBox NAT network. So let's get started. I'm going to bring up the two virtual machines that will run the BCR software and start it. So they're going to launch the browser, and the browser is going to contact the dashboard and go through a registration process. The registration process involves checking whether the browser has certain capabilities, such as filling in a text field or navigating a drop-down menu. And now we'll head over to the dashboard, and once the registration process completes, we'll see the browsers show up in this list of currently connected browsers. Okay, there they are. So we can see the browser type, Firefox, the version, and here for Chrome. We can also see the operating systems that they're running on, as well as their locations. So now let's create an experiment. And to do that, we first need a trace file uploaded to the dashboard, but I've already done that. But we can take a look at what that trace file looks like. So this trace file is instructing two browsers. The first will go to MediaDrop. It will play a video, wait for 5 seconds, seek to halfway into the video, and then wait for up to 40 seconds for the video to complete. The next browser will also be instructed to go to MediaDrop. We'll play the video, wait for 5 seconds, pause the video, and wait for another 5 seconds. And finally, we'll begin playing the video again and wait for another 25 seconds before ending that experiment. So if we go back to the dashboard, let's create that experiment. I'll leave it as the default name. We only want to run the experiment once. We need two browsers in the experiment, and we can see that they're right here. We'll leave the start time as 0 to start the experiment right away. Here we select the trace file. We don't need any hostname remapping. And we'll do HTML recording as well as snapshot recording. Submit the new experiment. Return to the dashboard. We see that the status of the experiment is created. And now if we go back over to the virtual machines running the BCR, we can see that they've downloaded the trace files, and they should soon head over to MediaDrop and start playing the video. Alright, so we can see that this one is playing the video. It's at 5 seconds here, and let's see what happens. So this paused the video. This is the one that seeked to halfway into the video, so it should play it to the end. Now this one over here is to resume the video. It should play somewhere around 25 seconds more of the video from whenever it resumed playing the video. And what's happening here is we're going to every second sample some data from the video, and that includes the video position, the time, the resolution of the video, as well as the buffer sizes. So at the end of the experiment, we're going to take a snapshot of the HTML and a screenshot and upload all that data to the dashboard. Now if we head back over to the dashboard, we see the status of the experiment is finished success, so the browsers have finished uploading their data. And let's take a look at those results. So again, we can see the browsers that participated in the experiment, and if we drill down, we can see the title of the page they visited, the URL of the page, the location, and now let's take a look at the HTML recording. So this is simply a snapshot of the HTML document right at the end of the experiment. And if we take a look at the snapshot, this is a screenshot of the page at the end of the experiment. You can see, that's right when the video ended. Oops. So now let's take a look at the video graph. So this is going to be a visualization of the metrics that we collect. So the horizontal axis is going to be the time that the samples of the video or of the data was taken. The vertical axis is also going to be given in time, but this is going to be the position of the video, or the size of the buffer, or some other metrics that we derive, such as lag and skips. So in the orange line we can see the video position. So this is the one that began playing the video. Then here we can see the seek, and then the video continued playing. The red line will be the beginning of the current buffered region. So we can see right here's where the seek happened. So the buffer region changed. So the start jumped from 0 all the way up to about 30 seconds. The blue line will be the end of the current buffered region. And we can see that there was always video in the buffer, and that's why we had no lag, which would have been shown in a green line. So now if we head back to the dashboard, we can see that we can easily repeat this experiment. So that concludes our demonstration of Video BenchLab. And again, if you'd like access to our software or to our paper, please visit benchlab.cs.umass.edu. And thanks so much for listening.